All are messaging me. Why? So I am now presenting my screen. Let me know whether it is visible or not. Is it okay?
Okay, sir. It is
Yes, sir.
visible.
So we are starting with the queue again. In previous lecture, we have discussed about the basics of queues. We know that what is a queue. So let us revise in like 5 minutes. A queue is like the line of the people waiting for the bank teller. It has front and rear. Basically, it has two operations. First one, whenever the new people will be added, it will be added at front or rear. Tell me.
Dear.
Rear.
And that particular operation is called NQ operations. Remember that NQ, ENQUE, NQ operation. It means adding of new element.
Member.
Like in the stack, we have push and pop. Push means insertion, pop means deletion. Similarly, here NQ is insertion and DQ, DQUE is called
Pop.
pop.
Oh,
Corresponding to pop operation, it is deletion operation. So whenever the new item needs to be taken out from the queue, it always comes from which end? Front end, and which is known as DEQ operation. Now, what is actually a queue? That definition should be like clear, and as it will be asked in the examinations too. So, queue is a linear architecture in which the insertion of the elements can take place at one end, which is called rear, and deletion of the existing elements can take place from the another end, which is called front. Element entered first in queue will be the first to be deleted. So it follows first and first order principle. It has two pointers, front and rears. In diagram, you are also able to see. So what is front and what is rear? I think it is clear to all now. As we have already discussed, A0 it means the first element, and from front we can perform DQ operation, and from rear we can perform NQ operation. So queue implementation now. So we are starting with the implementation of queue now. So as in the stack case, we have two different implementation of queue. One is static and one is dynamic. So
dynamic.
what is the difference between static and dynamic? Can anybody elaborate it? Yes, please.
डायनामिक मेमोरी एलोकेशन का यूज करेंगे सर क्यू में एलिमेंट एंटर करने के लिए कैर
Anybody
लॉग
else? Static implementation and dynamic implementation. Anyone else who can explain it?
So we are defining the queue initially, sir, in static case, and in dynamically case, when we are going to run the queue or we are going to perform the program, then we are going to provide the data.
In the dynamic case, we will provide at the runtime, and in the static case, we will provide at the compile time. Is it so?
compiled yes sir
Initially, static.
Okay, the static means कि before implementing, we will fix the size. We will specify the size of the elements, number of elements that a queue can hold using array. So static will always be done with the help of array. Okay, and it will be useful when not sufficient amount of memory is available to us, because in that we need to specify the size to the prior to the starting of the program. Now, in the case of dynamic, we will use linked list, and it uses the pointers, and we'll see how the dynamic will run. Right now, we will have only static implementation. After the queue, we will have linked list. Then we will see how it will be done actually. Okay. Till then, you need to just remember about the static. So queue implementation using array. Okay, so queue implementation using array diagram shows that we have two pointers, or two, we can say, indexes. One is there for front and one is there for rear, which handles deletion and insertion of the queue. Max size is a variable which is there to show the maximum number of elements in a queue. Same as that the case of stack, we have seen that. Okay, so three terms we will use in this implementation: front, rear, and max size. Is it okay? In the whole implementation of queue, we will have to remember these three terms: front, rear, and max size. So all these three are clear to you. What is front, what is rear, and what is max size? Any doubt in this? Yes or no?
No, sir.
So
No,
now
sir.
next, four conditions we have already discussed in the previous session. That is overflow. Overflow means
not enter further arrangement.
When there is no space.
or in simple words we can say queue is full.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, full. So full, then it is known as overflow, and the condition will be, it is for simple linked list. I am talking about simple linked list. So okay, so before implementation, actually I think I should know, I should add the types of queues. Okay. Types of So types of queues are first one is simple queue, जो हम अभी then what we are going to start now. Then circular queue, then double-ended queue, and then finally priority queue. These four kind of queue we will have. We will see one by one for each. Okay, simple queue. It will. I can only also say that it is a queue only. Okay, circular queue. Simple. I just have to differentiate between the other queues. Otherwise, it is simply a queue only. And circular queue, double-ended queue. It is also known as actually DEQUE, BQ. Okay, so DEQ. अब देखो UE नहीं लगाया लास्ट में. That is specific for double-ended queue. Short form of that you can say. So if you can DEQ, you can use DEQ. Is it okay? Double-ended queue. And then finally it will be priority queue. Okay. Double-ended
This
queue can
queue
be further. Yes.
This DQ is different from the deletion operation, right?
Yes, definitely, sure, very good. So the spelling of these two are different. Look at that. The spelling is DEQUE, and the spelling of this one is, check it out.
It is
Got it?
indicating. But that
This
is different.
DEQ,
Yes.
this DEQ is representing the deletion operation. Okay, DEQUE, it means that we are going to remove something from queue. Okay, but that DEQUE is a specific name for double-ended queue. This is a type of queue, DEQ. Exam में आएगा question. Write the algorithm.
Delete from queue.
What happened?
सर आपने बताया ना उस ऑपरेशन को कहते हैं डिलीट फ्रॉम क्यू, DQ.
मैंने DEQ के बारे में ये नहीं बोला कि डिलीशन इज क्यू. DEQ इज डबल-एंडेड क्यू.
नहीं सर, उस ऑपरेशन डिलीशन ऑपरेशन आपने बताया था ना, उसका बता रहे हैं. ये तो डबल एंडेड क्यू है सर.
एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन कैन बी लाइकवाइज कि परफॉर्म द इंसर्शन एंड डिलीशन ऑपरेशन ऑफ DEQ or perform the NQ and DQ operation of DEQ. You are getting it? These are two different words, DEQ, and that was DQ. So please differentiate these two terms, and you should have a clear understanding of all these two terms. Okay. Now any doubt?
No, sir.
In this, we may have two types actually: input restricted DEQ, and second one is output restricted DEQ. So we will see what are those like these queues in detail, okay, in further classes. So till now you just know about these different kinds of queue that we will going to have in this syllabus. So we are starting the implementation of queue, okay, that is of simple queue. Done? Any doubt now? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No, sir.
This is static dynamic queue implementation using array. After that, it will be so queue implementation types of queue implementation using array. So this is simple queue we are talking about right now. So for simple queue, these are the conditions of overflow, underflow, full queue, and single element in a queue. Overflow means R equals to max size minus 1. It means if suppose I am talking key maximum size is the number of elements, so it will be max size minus 1. Underflow is F equals to minus 1 and R equals to minus 1 both. So both should be minus 1. It could be written as likewise also F equals to R equals to minus 1. Is it okay? So it is for underflow condition, and full, if it is full, it means no space is vacant, then F should be at the first and R should be at the last. So that's why F equals to 0 and R equals to max size minus 1. Single element, so if it simply shows me that one element is only there, so in that case F and R both should be same and it should not be equals to minus 1, because if it is minus 1 then definitely it is underflow condition. Okay, so this needs to be specified over there. F equals to R, which should not be equals to minus 1. So till now, any doubt?
Excuse me, sir. In case of overflow, sir, can't we just pop out from overflow condition also?
Sorry, in case of
overflow, sir. There means a value is also available in array, so that we can pop out or delete from it in overflow condition also, sir.
Yes, we can delete.
So, sir, then what is the basic difference between overflow and full queue, sir? Full queuing means the array is completely full, and in overflow also the array is completely full.
No, overflow means right now you are not able to insert the new element.
Because overflow it is completely full.
No, I am not saying like this. I have taken an example also in my previous case. Like right now, suppose यहाँ पर F and G is there. Sorry. So now what? Will you be able to insert something?
No, sir.
Still the queue has some space vacant?
Yes, sir.
That is what the meaning of this, okay? So overflow means कि when I am not able to insert something. So थोड़ा सा difference है इसमें, okay? Now full queue means कि elements, all the positions are like occupied. All the positions are occupied. So in this, the case of full queue is this: A, B, C, D, E. This is full queue.
Yes.
Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, like that is what the drawback of the queue also. Like suppose only single element is there, still I am not able to insert anything. This is a very big drawback of the simple queue, which will be overcome by circular queue. We will see how. Yeah? So now for the time being, you just remember that these four conditions are there for implementing my next operation. Okay. Then next one. Two main operations are there in queue. Again, I am repeating NQ and DQ, adding the elements in the queue and deleting the elements from the queue. Remember the terms NQ and DQ. Okay. Now, in queue operation in array form, first of all, then something we need to learn before moving ahead, before writing the algorithm. So, initialization is first one. So operations that gives the initial value for the front and rear pointer in Q with the following rules. So initialization can be done in two ways. As I have already also discussed in the case of stack, so here we are also having two different cases of initialization. One is give 0 if the front element will start from 1 and give -1 if the front element starts from 0. Okay? Yes or no? Is it okay or not?
सर एक
Yes, sir.
मिनट सर.
So let us
Yes, sir.
suppose that I am going to have an array, okay, for which the index value starts from 1. It rarely possible or it rarely implements, but still if we will have, then what we need to do? So you should know at least कि क्या करना है आपको उस केस में. Generally what will happen actually, the indexes of elements starts from 0. Generally array के index कहाँ से start होते हैं? 0 से. Okay, by default the indexes of elements or arrays will start from 0 actually. So that's why this second line I have make red also, because we will do accordingly. So we will initiate the front and rear with -1. Okay, if the array indexes start from 1, then what we need to do? We need to initiate the front and rear to 0. Is it okay?
सर कुछ समझ में नहीं आया सर.
Anyone else जिसको समझ में नहीं आया है? और किसको समझ में आ गया है? I should ask in this way.
सर आ गया.
बताइए.
Yes, sir. आगे.
Please elaborate. Please elaborate. This is very easy. I have talked it about multiple times actually. Please elaborate it. Any one of you can elaborate on your own choice. I'm not going to give a name. Just take a step and elaborate it fast. Yes, please, fast.
Sir, like in the case of array, the indexing default starts from 0. So at that time we should take the means front and rear as -1.
Very good.
And when we want that our array should start with 1, at
Very
that
good.
time we can take our rear and front as 0.
Very good. That is it. अभी समझ में आया ब्रिजकिशोर आपको?
आ गया सर, आ गया.
Okay. By default, we start always the indexes from 0 actually, and in that case, I am saying कि front and rear जो होते हैं वो -1 होने चाहिए, क्योंकि हमें just एक पहले रखना है उसको. ठीक है? But suppose in any program explicitly you have been given कि array के indexing 1 से start है, तो क्या करोगे आप? तो आपको intelligently work करना पड़ेगा. तब f equals to r equals to -1 नहीं चलेगा actually.
0.
उससे just पहले वाला index चलेगा, that is 0.
0.
So that is what you need to take care in this case. Okay. Now empty operation. But what we will do, I am taking the algorithms in which we are assuming that our indexing is starting from 0. Okay. Now empty operation. If Q is empty, so this operation will return true if the rear pointer has -1. Again, it depends upon the initialization. Suppose initialization starts from 0, then rear will be 0. Is it okay? Or returns false on the contrary. इसमें कुछ डाउट होगा कुछ लोगों को शायद. Empty की कंडीशन और है. Underflow, I have told you that the condition of underflow is this: f equals to r equals to -1. Okay. Now tell me, randomly, I am asking about in this question. Suppose I am saying कि r is -1. Please remember, listen carefully. I am saying कि rear is -1. So at that time, the value of front could be
Sir, -1.
-1.
definitely.
-1.
क्या इसके अलावा कोई और वैल्यू हो सकती है?
No,
F की?
sir.
No, sir.
So can I replace this whole condition simply by r is equals to -1?
Yes, sir.
That is what In this, I want to say empty operation that returns true if the rear pointer has -1. Is it okay now? Okay. If rear pointer is -1, definitely automatically front will be -1 too. Okay. As its initial value, it depends upon the initialization. It means it could be either 1 or 0. 0 in the case of indexing starts from 1, -1 in the case of indexing starts from 0. तो मैं दोनों लिख रहा हूँ ताकि आप लोगों को बाद में प्रॉब्लम आए, समझ जाएं आप लोग इजीली. So let me write both. Okay. Is it okay now? That is the case of anti-condition which we have already studied actually. Full operation means the simple condition max size -1. Okay, max size -1, it means ki definitely we are not able to insert the new element now. And again, which is depending upon the initialization. So it could be max size also. Oblique. I should write oblique over there. Okay. पूजा मैडम के पास हाँ उन्होंने फॉर्म फिल करवाया वो भी टेस्ट. Any question now?
So this full operation.
This is full operation. It means ki stack is full. Sorry, queue is full now. So
it consists both the operations, no, overflow and full queue.
No, it is only overflow. It is overflow.
Okay, sir.
Don't be confused in that. Overflow. Let me write over there also. Overflow condition. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
So max size oblique max size -1. I should write it after that because we are in the previous slide also we have written in this way. So now is it okay? Any question in this?
सर मैक्स साइज -1 तो इंडेक्सिंग पर डिपेंड करेगा ना, जब हम इंडेक्सिंग को कैलकुलेट करेंगे.
बिल्कुल.
और मैक्स साइज सर डिपेंड करेगा जो जनरल वे से डिपेंड करेगा कि हमने किसी क्यू का इनिशियल जो वैल्यू है वो लिमिट है उसका साइज 5 तक दिया है मान लो, तो तभी कहेंगे कि 5 से ज्यादा एलिमेंट नहीं लेगा.
Done. है ना? Good. So now we are starting with the operation NQ operation. Okay. First operation we are learning about NQ. NQ is
Inserting an element in the queue.
Very good. So मैं केवल NQ लिख रहा हूँ यहाँ पर अब. Now you need to take care कि what is there actually. Okay. NQ means की insertion of element. So steps in the NQ operation. Read carefully, then we will write the algorithm. So let me take an example also for that corresponding example. That it will be helpful for us to write algorithm. Okay. So let us suppose this is our simple queue. Okay. Now tell me, suppose like हम one by one करके कुछ ना कुछ इसमें insert करेंगे, and you need to tell me the value of front and rear. Okay. So accordingly we will write the algorithm steps. So you just understand the things. We have already covered this example earlier. So before writing the algorithm, I want that we should cover it again. Okay. So tell me. Suppose insert A, so in that case front and rear should be
-1 वो 0 0
initially both are
-1.
-1.
So first of all tell me what I should say what condition we will check for inserting the new element.
Overflow.
Overflow condition. We will write the algorithm also in parallel. ENQUEE of Suppose the value I want to insert is item. Before that, Q is the array Q in which we are going to take this. Max size is MS, and the item is the value which is there. So you need to define every word. Q is an array. Sorry, Q is a Q with
size max max and max minus
I am
1.
expecting that you will like dictate me max size as MS and
item which you
An item
inserted.
to be
is to be
Inserted.
Inserted.
so that please remember that every time you are writing the algorithm in examinations or somewhere else, you need to be elaborate the terms you are using in it. I have already explained the things. This is the way how we need to write the algorithm. So this is step number 1 now. So step number 1 says what we need to check.
Check overflow condition.
Overflow condition.
So if
Max size
now you tell me if the overflow condition क्या है हमारे पास?
Rear is equals to max size
Rear
minus
equals
1.
to
max size minus
MS
1.
minus
minus
1.
1. Then what?
Print over.
Overflow condition.
Print overflow.
Then
No
overflow.
element further inserted.
What we will do? What we will do in this case? Just tell me.
No element
Break.
further
No element is there. Print
overflow condition.
overflow. Okay. I am trying to write the algorithm in front of you actually. In the previous case, stack case, I have just copy and paste the algorithms. But right now I am trying to write the algorithms in front of you with the help of your suggestions. Is it okay with you? Or I should just copy and paste the algorithm?
No, sir.
No
It's okay.
sir. हमारी हेल्प भी लीजिए सर जिससे हम भी कुछ सीखें.
So now, what you will do now next? Tell me. Print overflow. Then what?
else
Else
This is
we'll
first
print.
case. Okay. Now come on to this. Come on to my example also again. So we are inserting A. So now front become 0 and rear become 0.
0.
Okay. Now suppose insert B. Now what?
Front 0, rear 1.
Front remains 0. Rear 1. That's
1.
here A and here.
Sir, rear is increasing.
Sorry.
Rear increase हो रहा है ना.
Yes, yes. Rear increase हो गया है. Then next suppose again I am going to insert C. It is 0 and 2.
2.
Okay. Yeah. So now just look at by insertion what is being incremented. What is being
Rear.
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 rear increment हो रहा है. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes sir.
Rear increment हो रहा
और
है.
सर डिलीशन की कंडीशन में फ्रंट डिक्रीज होगा सर.
मैंने अभी पूछा आपसे डिलीशन में क्या होगा बेटा?
सॉरी सर.
Insertion में what we are going to do is we are like observing that every time I am going to insert, so in that we are incrementing the value of rear by 1. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Will you mention over there in place of rear and front in brackets, sir, insertion and deletion? That would be easy to understand, sir.
No, I am not getting you.
Sir, where you written rear and front now, then can you mention over there also insertion and deletion along with rear insertion and in front of?
Why it is required? Here I will write no. Here I will write actually delete perform करेंगे तो क्या होगा बेटा?
Okay, sir. Okay. That will be.
In that
Yes.
case we will write if we will perform deletion then we will write deletion over there. No issue in that.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Right now I am only writing the algorithm for insertion. So I am focusing on insertion only. Okay. So insertion 0 0 and this way. So now tell me any specific thing you are observing in this. One thing we have observed that we are incrementing the rear by 1 every time I am going to add the new element. But now suppose
Front remains same.
any other specific thing you are observing over it.
Sir, first
So
we are
front is
adding the
fixed.
element,
Front
then
Front is
increasing
hello.
rear.
one by one करके बोलें.
Sir, firstly we are adding the element and then increasing the rear.
Firstly, we are adding the element and then we are incrementing the value of real.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is it so?
So
पहले एलिमेंट ऐड होगा और फिर रियर इंक्रीमेंट होगा या वाइस वर्सा होगा?
sir,
सर
vice
अलग होगा
versa
ना,
होगा.
और वाइस वर्सा.
पहले इंक्रीमेंट होगा तभी तो सर रेयर वो
Obviously,
एलिमेंट इंसर्ट कर सकते हैं.
क्योंकि सर रेयर -1 पे तो ऐड नहीं कर
-1 पे
सकते.
कोई होगा ही नहीं.
now let us
इंडेक्सिंग
suppose
-1 से थोड़ी
now
स्टार्ट
let us
होती है.
suppose कि right now I am going to insert something. Right now the value of rear is 2. Okay, now suppose if I want to insert some new element that is d, so where it will be inserted?
At rear 3.
So what I need to do? First I need to increment the value of rear, or I need to insert the
First
element?
increment and then insert.
The value of rear.
Obviously. Now got the answer? If you just insert the element before, then it will be overwritten to C. Without incrementing, suppose if you are inserting, then it will be simply overwriting the previous elements. Okay? Yes or no?
यस सर. सर आपने बताया भी
Yes,
था कि इंडेक्सिंग -1 से नहीं होती.
Or anything else you are observing in this?
सर फ्रंट सेम नहीं रहा है सर. जब हम इन न्यू एलिमेंट इंसर्ट कर रहे हैं तो जो फ्रंट है वो सेम ही रहा है सर.
Sir, in inserting front remains same.
क्या कोई केस ऐसा हुआ है जहां पर फ्रंट इंक्रीमेंट हुआ है?
नहीं.
यस सर हुआ है.
इनिशियल केस सर.
-1 से वो 0 पर आया ना.
सर
ये
अभी
चीज
इसमें तो नहीं हुआ डिलीशन.
ये चीज नहीं, ये चीज कौन ऑब्जर्व करेगा? हर चीज नहीं बताऊंगा क्या? The first element is being inserted, then front will also be incremented by 1.
Yes sir, from -1 to 0.
That is only the
Yes,
one
sir.
case. In the case of insertion also, in the case of insertion, front will also be incremented by 1, but it will only the single case, and that is the first element insertion case. That we also need to maintain in my algorithm, because every time it is not necessarily कि हमारे पास elements होंगे ही हमेशा. कभी ना कभी तो एक बार start करना ही पड़ेगा ना मुझे. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is exit or return, we can say over there. Now, what we will going to check if what is the condition when there is no element in the list?
F and R equals to -1.
F and R equals to
R is
R
equals to -1.
Yes,
F equals to R equals to -1.
Okay. F is equals to R equals to
-1.
-1. Okay. So it could be R equals to -1 also, or
Yes,
or
sir.
F equals to -1 also, and F
Yes,
or
sir.
F equals to -1 also. So
No, sir, only
over
R
there-
equals to -1.
Here we are seeing R equals to -1 also. Okay. So can it be also equals to F equals to -1? Can anybody tell me? क्या ये भी इक्विवेलेंट है? क्या F भी -1 होगा तो R डेफिनेटली -1 होगा या नहीं होगा?
नहीं होगा सर.
क्या कब नहीं होगा? Tell me the situation when F equals to -1 and R is equals to -1.
Sir, when the Q is not empty.
Sorry.
क्यू एम्प्टी ना हो
Sir,
तब.
when the
Q empty ना हो तब?
यस सर.
No, not getting you. Any case where F equals to -1 but R is not equals to -1.
When deletion happens and
सोचो, फटाफट सोचो, इतनी देर में लगाओ. Tell us fast. Just take an example. This example is there in front of you. क्या हुआ? सब सो गए क्या?
नो सर.
44 persons are there, no one is responding. Very simple thing. Tell me fast. F equals to -1, then in any case R will not be -1.
सर बोले 44 स्टूडेंट है लेकिन दिमाग तो 7-8 ही लगा रहे हैं.
सोचो, you just give me the answer at the end of the class.
Sir,
So when these all elements are deleted,
When all the elements,
are deleted, then the F goes.
then in that case F भी
Deletion.
R भी -1 होगा या नहीं होगा?
नहीं होगा.
कैसे नहीं होगा? Like suppose this is the
Array
C.
is still empty, then all elements are deleted, then array is empty.
Now suppose this single element is there in this G. Okay, now front is actually 6 and rear भी 6 है. दोनों 6 हैं यहाँ पर.
Yes.
sir.
Now suppose G is also deleted. Then what? You are saying कि in that case F become -1. So R क्या
-1.
रहेगा?
R भी -1.
हो जाएगा.
Yes, sir.
दोनों ही -1 हो जाएंगे automatically. So it is also like this. F is F equals to -1, then R will always be -1 too.
फिर सर ये तो एम्प्टी क्यू की कंडीशन होगी ना.
हाँ पूछो बेटा, बोलो.
Sir, if अगर हम starting initial stage पे
Not
front को
getting you
invent
properly.
ना
Your
करें,
voice is not coming properly.
क्योंकि जब हम first element insert कर रहे हैं तो we are incrementing front also and rear also to 0 0.
Yes.
अगर हम initial stage में ही front को increment ना करें और rear को ही addition के लिए use करते जाए तब front -1 रहेगा लेकिन rear increase होगा.
नहीं तो okay. Then which element you will delete?
हाँ सर, तब deletion perform नहीं हो सकता.
फिर तो खत्म हो गया. This is not a queue. You are saying that you are adding one A. Right now you are not incrementing F, but you are incrementing R. So in that case, what element you will delete? Because F is not pointing to anything, so deletion cannot be performed. So this will no longer a queue. Okay. So now,
So according to the condition, R, you are saying that F can be -1 and R cannot be -1. Means
no.
there is something in
I'm
that.
saying if F equals to -1, then you need to find out any condition where R can be -1.
R can be or
cannot
cannot
be. Sorry.
That's what I'm saying, sir. There is something in the array, but we can't delete it. Some kind of case.
No.
सर ये फ्रंट पर भी
In that case, like if something is there, then F should also be there, pointing to something. If a single element is there in a queue, then front will also had to point that single element. Okay. हमने पढ़ा है ना case, if single element is there, then F equals to R. Both should be pointing to that particular element. Okay, come on to that point. Now we have identified that we will incrementing the front by 1 in first case, and after that we only increment the value of R. So in first step we are incrementing both actually, rear and front. So what we will do now in this case? Now? If F equals to R equals to -1, then what does it mean?
Q is empty.
Sorry?
अंडरफ्लो
Array is empty, sir.
This is
Q is empty.
No, we are adding.
एम्प्टी.
We are going to add first element. So in this case, front is equals to what? 1
0.
and
0.
Sorry. 0 and R is equals to 0.
0.
0.
Okay, front and R दोनों 0 बन जाएंगे इस केस के अंदर. यहाँ तक क्लियर है
Yes.
सबको?
Yes.
Okay. Now the third one will be last one case जो हमने आप लोगों ने इंक्रीमेंट किया. Now what happens next? Rear is equals to rear plus 1. Else क्या करना है हमें? rear equals to rear plus 1. And finally Q rear will hold the item.
सर मीन्स बेसिकली अपन ने स्टेप 2 में सिर्फ इनिशियलाइजेशन किया.
Step 2 में step 3 में we have initialized only. We are trying to find the new value of R where we are going to add new element.
We are checking condition in step 2 and then we are implementing the index and then we are initializing it.
Yes, definitely.
सर ओवरफ्लो की कंडीशन भाई नहीं बनती है तभी तो सर आइटम को इंसर्ट कर सकते हैं. यही है ना सर सेकंड स्टेप में?
नहीं, तो फर्स्ट स्टेप में. In first step we are checking the overflow condition, that is R equals to ms minus 1. If it is there, we are printing overflow and we are exiting from the algorithm. In second step and third step, we are trying to find out the value of R, new value of R, where we are inserting the new element. So in second step, what we are going to check is we are trying to check if the Q is totally empty. So new element will be inserted. In that case, F will also be incremented. Okay, so F will also become 0. Otherwise, only R will be incremented. And finally, QR equals to item. This step is actually optional. You can say you can if you ignore it, it will also work because ultimately we are incrementing the R over there. Is it okay? Ultimately, third step तो run होना ही है ना, so we should increase over there. तो यहाँ पर otherwise यहाँ पर हमें else लगाना पड़ेगा. आपको समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in this?
सर ये यहाँ से नहीं आया सर. else R equals to R plus 1 ये क्यों लगा?
इसको मेरे को हटाने दो. अब हटाने दो. अब क्लियर कर लेंगे इसको. अब क्लियर है सर?
सर बट इसमें प्रॉब्लम है ना सर.
बहुत से लोगों को डाउट है, मुझे लग रहा है इसमें.
Yes, सर अगर R को इनिशियलाइज नहीं किया तो सर वो इनिशियल तो कोई भी गार्बेज वैल्यू ले सकता है.
इनिशियलाइज कहाँ है? इनिशियलाइज तो R ऑटोमेटिकली है ना. Before that
-1
before that function calling, definitely in main function you have initialized R and F or not. आप तो करोगे ना initialization before main में तो करेंगे कहीं ना कहीं हम. और मेन में नहीं करोगे तो एटलीस्ट इस फंक्शन में स्टार्टिंग में करोगे आप कहीं ना कहीं सर. दैट नीड्स टू बी इनिशियलाइज्ड. तभी तो ये चेक हो रही है यहाँ पर वैल्यू एफ की वैल्यू क्या है यहाँ पर. कहाँ से चेक होगी वरना? यस और नो?
यस सर.
यस सर.
है ना? Here in this I am going to check the values. So before that obviously you need to initialize the values. So if it is -1 still, then F will be incremented only. Okay, and in the next case R is definitely being incremented. So R भी 0 की जगह -1 की जगह 0 हो जाएगा. थोड़ा ध्यान रखना है इस केस का. That is very important. And finally we are adding the element into the queue with QR equals to item. That's it. तो एंड और स्टार्ट में लगा देता हूँ आपके सहूलियत के लिए. अदरवाइज XTART. Is it okay now? Any doubt you have in this, then you can ask now. NQ operation. Or we can move to now next DQ operation. We need to fast. Is it okay? At least say yes or no.
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the algorithm for Q, because now in lab tomorrow or day after tomorrow you need to write this program for Q. Okay, so be careful
Yes,
for that.
sir.
Because stack आपने implement कर लिया है कुछ लोगों ने. Now we will write or see how Q will be implemented. So now NQ operation is completed. Now DQ operation. So initialization and all are like same. Okay, empty सब हमने पढ़ लिया है. Now NQ. So now you can use the algorithm also. I have written the algorithm in this form. Actually, Q can be added whenever it is not full. Overflow condition will to check. If Q is empty, then front and rear will be added by 1. Else, rear will be only added by 1. And finally, Q element will be inserted. This okay? This is a programmatical form of algorithm. Same. Now I am going to duplicate it. So DQ. So DQ operation same. Okay. So what we will do now? Tell me. So coming into that, again say after insertion, suppose I am going to delete. What will be value of front and rear now?
Front will be 1.
Front will be 1 and rear?
Rear 2.
2.
2. Okay. Now suppose again insert B. What will be the value of this?
Front 1, rear
Front
3.
will be
1
front
rear,
1 and rear 3.
rear
3.
3. Now again insert E, front 1, rear 4.
4.
Now delete. What happens now?
Front 2, rear 4.
Now again
Front 2,
delete.
rear 4.
3, 4.
Front 3. 3, 4.
3, 4. Okay. Now again delete.
4, 4.
4, 4.
4, 4. Everyone is getting it? Now suppose again delete. Then what?
-1.
Very good.
-1.
-1.
That is important case. So this particular condition I need to take care. Okay. And one again on
Sir, ये
deletion. क्या हुआ?
सर ये DQ है ना, DQ ऑपरेशन है ना?
हाँ DQ है. क्यों सो रहे थे
कोई
आप?
क्वेश्चन नहीं. नहीं सर, वो सो नहीं रहा था मैं. आपने ऊपर NQ लिख रखा था.
Example is same. I am taking the same example actually. Okay. After that, I am writing the NQ and then I am writing DQ. So I am taking same example over there. Okay. So example I am not changing. With the same example, you are understanding. So this particular thing we need to consider or take care in our algorithm. So यहाँ पर what happens actually? In this case, what happens? What you will say and how you will handle that in the algorithm?
So when only one element is left in the
So
case,
for that the condition is
F and R equal.
F and R equals
F and R
But
equal
not
to
empty.
-1.
not equals to -1. Very good. Not equals to -1. Okay. So now first of all, what we will check over there? In the case of deletion, what we need to check?
Underflow condition.
Underflow condition. That underflow condition is
F R is equals to -1.
-1.
R is equals to -1. Okay. For convenience, I am also writing F equals to R equals to -1. So don't be confused. For all, it should be there. So in that case, what I will write? Underflow.
Underflow.
Okay, and return. Now what I need to check next? Tell me. Please be remember before
will be
in stack. Please go back to stack. In stack, when we perform pop operation. So what we done? First we store the element and then pop, or first pop and then store the element.
First store and then pop.
So in that same DQ, we need to store the first element, the element first. हमें पहले क्या करना पड़ेगा? एलिमेंट को स्टोर करवाना पड़ेगा. And for that I can write item equals to Q. Which element I will write? Delete.
QF.
Yes, QF. Why?
Front.
Why?
फ्रंट
Front element will be deleted.
Very
ओके
good.
सर, क्यों
Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
ओके
This step is okay. This step is clear. This is again an optional, but it is desirable that we should save the elements which we are going to delete, so that if in future suppose I need to display what I have deleted, then I can use that particular value. So this is advisable that you always store the elements which you are going to delete. Now what next? Tell me. Okay, now go again. Come on to this example. We in like case of insertion, we have taken that. We have seen that rear will be incremented by 1 and front is only incremented at first position. Now in deletion, what we see, which is being incremented, front or rear?
Front.
Front.
फ्रंट
In the case of deletion,
डिक्रीज हो रहा
front
है.
will be incremented. And rear क्या हो रहा है? As it is.
constant.
Okay. But
सर
one case is
फ्रंट
there.
डिक्रीज हो रहा है ना.
But
तो
rear one
increase
time it is increasing.
Front decrease कहाँ हो रहा है बेटा? ये 1, 2, 3, 4 decreasing order है, increasing order है?
ओ सर डिक्रीजिंग. ओ इंक्रीमेंट.
And deletion, one specific case is there when the value of front and rear are same. Then the rear will also change. And in that case, rear and front both will become -1. So we need to take care. Yes. So we need to handle this thing in our algorithm also. So what we will do now? What we will write over there? Tell me
If
fast.
f and r equals to and not equals to -1.
Yes. Say I am writing this. Then what we will do?
Then
What happens now in that?
फ्रंट को इंक्रीमेंट कर देंगे.
front and r both are equals to -1.
नहीं फ्रंट को इंक्रीमेंट कौन बोल रहा है? If f and r and both are not -1, so it is like this case 4 and 4. So in that case, front is becoming what? -1 and rear is becoming what? -1. Both will become -1. We are not incrementing in this case. We are making it -1 forcefully. So what we will do now? F is equals to
-1.
-1 and r equals to -1. Okay, and rest what we will do?
Front equals to front plus 1.
Very good. Front equals to front plus 1. Or this now is not required. This is the algorithm. That's it. Over. So do you need to remember this algorithm now?
No, sir.
I want to listen this from everyone actually. Now.
नो सर.
Do you all need to remember this algorithm? क्या आप सब इसको याद करोगे algorithm को?
नो सर प्रोग्राम बनाएंगे इसको.
No, sir.
So now will you be able to write this algorithm on your own?
Yes, sir.
कल पूछूंगा कि
sir.
आप algorithm लिखो. So क्या आप algorithm लिख दोगे अपने आप ये as it is?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So definitely in 4 to 5 days I am going to ask you randomly any algorithm till date we have studied and ask you one of you to present your screen and write the algorithm on PPT. Likewise right now I am writing. Okay, so be ready for that also. It could be a stack one. So do not try to remember the algorithms, dear. I always ask my students that you are not required to learn the algorithm. You just understand the concept and write the things. In like examination, suppose again you are stuck in somewhere, you just take an example likewise. You just see my PPT. This example I have taken. So you will be able to identify the special cases, the things you need to do, and then you will be able to write the algorithms easily. So right now मैंने भी कोई algorithm याद नहीं की हुई है. I have just taken the algorithm for example. I know that in this rear is incrementing. I know that in this front is incremented. One special case I have identified, and then I will able to write the algorithm. That's it. So because if you are going to start learning the algorithms, so definitely after learning 4 to 5 or 10 or maximum 20 algorithms, कितनी algorithm याद करोगे आप? यहाँ तो 100 algorithm आने वाली है अभी. Now you will see that in every lecture we are going to have 2 or 3, at least 2 or 3 algorithms from now onwards. Got it? Yes or no? At least yes or no. तो बोलो घबराओ मत, डरो मत.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So my motto is that like why I have changed my like way of explaining so that you are also be the part of writing this algorithm actually. And I want that whole class should be participating. Not only 10 to 15 people that who are learning there. I want all persons should be involved in this. From next time, I will ask the persons to write something. Okay. Otherwise, if you are not able to understand this one, definitely you will finding difficulties in future.